Hey, did you know that smoking increases your risk of death by a staggering 40%? That's right, lighting up doesn't just impact your lungs, it puts your entire body at risk. In this video, we're diving deep into the harsh realities of smoking and its impact on your health, exploring why quitting, no matter how long you've been smoking, is the single best decision you can make for your well-being. I'm joined by the health experts at Factoroid, and together, we'll break down the science behind smoking's devastating effects, from the immediate damage to the long-term risks you need to know about. Alright, let's talk about what happens within seconds of that first inhale. You might think of a cigarette break as a stress reliever, but in reality, it's the opposite. That first puff sends your heart rate soaring and your blood pressure climbing. This happens because the chemicals in cigarette smoke, particularly nicotine, act as stimulants on your cardiovascular system. Imagine your heart working overtime with every drag you take. That's the immediate stress you're putting on your body. But it doesn't stop there. Those same chemicals also start to mess with your respiratory system. Your lungs, designed to take in clean, life-giving oxygen, are suddenly flooded with a cocktail of toxins. This leads to inflammation and irritation, making it harder to breathe and setting the stage for long-term damage. Think about a time you exercised intensely. You probably felt your heart pounding and your breathing becoming rapid. Smoking triggers a similar response, but instead of a healthy workout, it's a toxic assault on your system. And this isn't a one-time thing. It's happening with every cigarette, every day, gradually chipping away at your body's natural defenses. Now, you might be thinking, I only smoke occasionally, or I'll quit eventually. But the truth is, there's no safe level of exposure when it comes to smoking. Each cigarette triggers a cascade of harmful effects, and the more you smoke, the more those effects compound over time. It's easy to dismiss these immediate impacts, especially if you're young and seemingly healthy. But understanding the immediate stress you're placing on your body is crucial in comprehending the long-term consequences we'll discuss later on. We've covered the immediate shock smoking delivers to your system. But now, let's talk about the long game, the slow burn that can have devastating consequences. You see, smoking isn't just a bad habit. It's a serious threat to your long-term health. At the top of the list is lung cancer, a disease that claims hundreds of thousands of lives every year. Smoking is the leading cause of lung cancer, and the damage starts with every puff. Imagine your healthy lung tissue being slowly replaced with cancerous cells, making it harder and harder to breathe, to live. But it doesn't stop there. Remember how smoking stresses your heart? Over time, this can lead to heart disease, increasing your risk of heart attacks and strokes. Think of your arteries, the vital pathways that carry blood throughout your body, becoming clogged and narrowed by plaque buildup, increasing the risk of a life-threatening blockage. And let's not forget about COPD, or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. This progressive lung disease makes breathing a daily struggle, leaving you gasping for air and severely impacting your quality of life. Imagine being tethered to an oxygen tank, your world shrinking with every breath. These are not just statistics. They are real, life-altering consequences faced by millions of smokers worldwide. The longer you smoke, the higher your risk of developing these and other serious health problems. But it's not just about the big, scary diseases. Smoking also accelerates aging, leading to wrinkles, tooth decay, and even hair loss. It weakens your bones, making you more susceptible to fractures. Chapter 3: 40% Greater Risk of Death, a Sobering Reality Check. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. That stark statistic we mentioned earlier: smokers have a 40% greater risk of death compared to non-smokers. That's not just a number. It's a life potentially cut short, a future filled with possibilities tragically altered. Think about it this way: imagine a group of 100 smokers and 100 non-smokers. Statistically speaking, 40 more people in the smoker group are likely to die prematurely due to smoking-related illnesses. That's 40 families impacted, 40 dreams left unrealized. This increased risk permeates every aspect of a smoker's life. It's a weight that hangs over every decision, every moment. It's the fear of not being there for your loved ones, of missing out on milestones, of leaving this world too soon. But here's the crucial point: this statistic isn't about instilling fear. It's about empowering you with knowledge. It's about understanding the very real consequences of your choices and recognizing the urgency of making a change. The good news is that it's never too late to turn things around. Chapter 4: Triumph Over Tragedy, Stories of Hope and Healing. We've talked about the science, the statistics, the harsh realities of smoking. But now, let's shift gears and talk about hope. Because while the journey to quitting can be challenging, it is absolutely achievable, and the rewards are immeasurable. Meet Sarah, a former pack-a-day smoker who coughed her way through life for years. She tried quitting countless times, always falling back into old habits. But then, she saw a photo of her granddaughter and realized she wanted to be there for her, healthy and vibrant. That's when something clicked. Sarah found her why. With the support of her family and a quit smoking program, she broke free from nicotine's grip and reclaimed her health. Today, Sarah breathes easy, her lungs healing, her life brimming with newfound energy and purpose. Then there's John, a longtime smoker who thought the damage was irreversible. He figured, why bother quitting now? But after a close call with a heart attack, John knew he had been given a second chance. He joined a support group, found strength in shared experiences, and discovered the power of community. Chapter 5: Your Journey to Freedom, Practical Tips and Resources for Quitting. So, you're ready to ditch the cigarettes for good? That's fantastic. Quitting is a journey, and we're here to equip you with the tools you need to succeed. First and foremost, remember you're not alone. Millions of people have walked this path before you, and there's a wealth of support available. Talk to your doctor. They can provide personalized guidance and recommend the best quitting strategies for you. Consider nicotine replacement therapy, NRT. Patches, gum, lozenges. These can help manage cravings and ease withdrawal symptoms, making the process less daunting. Explore support groups and counseling. Sharing your struggles and triumphs with others who understand can be incredibly empowering. Remember Sarah and John? Finding a community was instrumental in their success. Identify your triggers, those situations or emotions that make you reach for a cigarette, and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Instead of lighting up when stressed, try exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Quitting isn't always easy. There will be bumps in the road. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the immediate impact of that first inhale to the long-term health risks, the sobering statistics, and the inspiring stories of those who've quit. Remember, knowledge is power, and you're now armed with the facts you need to make informed decisions about your health. If you're currently smoking, I urge you to take this information to heart. Quitting is possible, and it's the single most impactful step you can take towards a healthier, longer life. Don't let another day go by. Reach out for support, develop a plan, and start your journey to freedom today. Thank you for joining us on this important discussion. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more informative content on health and well-being.